Copeland, cut off by Stevens, back cut, Roby, tomahawk with the right hand, punches it home in an and one.
I think one thing I can bring to any team is, versatility and size.
Roby, right side, Palmer, back to Roby, thunder!
I love to play basketball the right way. I'm not a selfish player.
Out, oh my Lord, a dunk, the likes of which I don't know I've ever seen.
Offensively, I know how to play the game the right way and get my teammates involved, so I think, any team can take that.
Bruno Fernando, Ty Jerome, Nikhil Alexander Walker, Isaiah Roby. This is I Am the Prospect. The road to the NBA doesn't always start under the bright lights of a big city. For Nebraska's Isaiah Roby, it started in a tiny town in the heart of the country.
I'm from Dixon, Illinois, small town. A small town kid, that's something that's always been, part of my identity. Growing up, I worked at a restaurant in Dixon. I started to get better at basketball, and people started to recognize me more. They had to move me to the back, and because it took too long for me to sit people at tables.
It didn't take Roby long to go from delivering food to delivering on the basketball court. He played point guard for most of his youth career, but was able to play multiple positions in high school after a late growth spurt.
He was long, he was athletic, he was able to do a lot of athletic type things.
I was able to work on my guard skills and work on, being a pass-first guy as a fifth grader, so that's some of those things I've still brought with me and, continue to work on today.
Harris to a trailer and the dunk by Roby.
From Dixon, he went west to Lincoln and had no problem blazing a trail to a school known for football.
Isaiah Roby is a difference maker in our program. When I look at Isaiah, he is so endearing to people because he's got just sort of a heart of gold.
The coaches sold me on being a part of something new. They kind of sold me on being a special time in Nebraska basketball history. So that was something that I definitely wanted to be a part of.
The jump from small town to Big Ten was tough. The next step to the NBA will be even tougher. Roby entered the draft process on the outside looking in, but his performance at the Combine has him climbing draft boards around the league.
I feel like if I get a chance, I'm the type of player that's going to work hard and I need to develop further down the line. I'm going to be a starter in this league and, a player that sticks around for multiple years.
Smart basketball player that obviously we've seen him, the way he can defend, he can pass the ball, he can make threes. He's such a complete player.
A lot of defensive perks, a lot of rebounding, ability to see the floor offensively, and hopefully he can progress and grow into somebody, can become a dominant player.
Roby will bring versatility on the court to whichever franchise selects him, but he wants to do his best work off the court.
I grew up in a Habitat Home for Humanity. But my family did things like shop at the Cop on Christmas. I've had all these opportunities for people to help me and my family out. So that's something that I definitely want to be involved in, being a positive role model for kids in the community. These are all things that I'm looking forward to doing for an NBA team.